So, have you ever had that brilliant late night idea and thought to yourself, hey, could this actually be a business? If that sounds like you, then you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're basically building the ultimate toolkit for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur. It's your roadmap for taking that big idea from just a dream to something real. All right, let's open this thing up and get started. Okay, let's just start with this question right here. And I want you to really think about it for a second. Seriously, just look around you right now. Your school, your neighborhood, even the phone you're holding. Opportunities are literally hiding in plain sight. The first big step is just learning how to see them. And you know what? There has never, ever been a better time to start. Technology and the internet have totally leveled the playing field. I mean, think about it. About half of all new businesses are started right from home, selling to people all over the world. A graphic designer in Ohio can have clients in Japan. That kind of global reach is literally at your fingertips now. So, where do these big, world-changing ideas even come from? Well, it's not magic, I can tell you that. It's really about developing a new way of looking at the world around you. So let's break down how you can start spotting those golden opportunities that other people just walk right by. You know, the simplest place to start is just by looking for problems. What's missing in your town? What service do you wish existed? What's something that always annoys you or your friends? Every single one of those unmet wants or needs, well, that's a potential business just waiting for someone like you.
But hey, it's not just about what's missing. It's also about what's happening right now. You've got to become a trend spotter. Think about technology, fashion, even what people are eating. Why? Because riding the wave of a trend that's already happening, that's like getting a massive head start in a race.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. A specific type of trend, a demographic one, can be an absolute gold mine for ideas. And that's just a fancy way of saying, look at how the population itself is changing. Are people getting older? Are more young families moving into your town? These kinds of shifts create brand new needs. And this is a perfect example. There's this huge trend of older folks wanting to stay in their own homes for as long as possible. So if you're good with tools, could you start a business making houses safer with things like grab bars or ramps? Boom! See how that works? You just connected a huge national trend to a skill you already have. Okay, so you've got the big idea. Now for the question that stops so many people cold, where does the money come from? Let's totally demystify this whole funding thing. I promise it's a lot more accessible than you probably think. So, here's the most important thing to remember. You don't need $1 million check on day one. You start small. Bootstrapping just means using whatever you already have, your savings, your skills. From there, maybe you convince a local shop to buy just one small order. That proves your idea works. Then you can build a pitch deck, which is just the story of your business in a presentation, to show to people with, deeper pockets. And one of those people you might pitch to is called an angel investor. Now, this isn't someone who's going to swoop in and try to run your business for you. They're what we call a passive investor. Basically, they provide the cash you need to grow, and they trust you to handle the day-to-day stuff. And don't stop there. Seriously, think about everything. There are pitch contests, grants from your school, and yeah, even asking friends and family or finding a local business that believes in what you're doing. The key is just to get creative and check out every single option. Money is absolutely crucial, but it is not the only resource you're going to need. Not by a long shot, because here's the truth. No entrepreneur succeeds all by themselves. And that brings us to the next super important part of your toolkit, building your support system. This is the network of people who are going to guide you and cheer you on. Okay, listen up, because this is probably one of the most important slides in this whole thing. Finding a mentor, someone who's been where you are before, it's like getting a cheat code for your journey. They've got the experience, and they'll be there to give you wisdom and encouragement when things get tough. And the best part? Your support system is probably way closer than you think. Does your school have a business or entrepreneurship club? Your town might have a small business development center, or maybe even a startup incubator, which is kind of like a greenhouse for new companies. You got to start networking right in your own backyard. So once you've tapped into your local scene, you need to connect with people who are actually in your industry. Joining a professional group or going to a trade show puts you in the same room as the experts, potential partners, and even future customers. It's how you really learn the inside game. All right, we've got the idea, we have a plan for the funding, and we're building the support system. But what's the fuel that powers this whole thing? What's the engine that's going to keep you going year after year? It all comes down to your commitment to never, ever stop learning. This right here has to be your new mantra. You need to become an absolute expert. Devour everything you can find, books, articles, websites, all about your topic. That knowledge is the fuel for all your future innovation. And hey, learning isn't just about reading textbooks. You can absorb decades of wisdom just by listening to a podcast on your way to school. Follow the entrepreneurs you look up to on social media. You get to see how they think and how they operate in real time. And finally, you have to get your hands dirty. Nothing, and I mean nothing, beats real-world experience. Go find an internship or even just volunteer at a company you really admire. The practical stuff you'll learn just by being there, it's priceless. So, after all of these tools, all these resources and strategies, what does it really all boil down to? What is the one thing, that single most important trait that separates the successful entrepreneurs from pretty much everyone else? This is it. The world is always changing, right? Trends shift, new technology comes out. Your greatest asset, your superpower, is your ability to adapt, to learn, and to grow. It's a journey, not a final destination. So you have to remember to enjoy the ride.
So there you go. You've got the roadmap, you've got the resources, you've got the mindset. The toolkit is officially in your hands. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?